Kuleliviki ohlelweni Asikhulume Let's Talk ngenyanga yabesifazane sibungaza abesifazane kwezamabhizinisi nasemikhakheni nokujwayeleke ukuthi yenziwe abantu besilisa kakhulu. Uhleli nobongiwe uMakhumalo wakwazane kanye nezihambeli zethu. Sikubingelele sikwamukela ohlelweni mbukeli. Sibuza ukuthi iziphi inkinga laba besifazane abahlangabezana nazo na. Sikukhumbuze ke ukuthi ungaba ingxenye lolu hlelo ngokusishayela ucingo sizwe umbono noma umbuzo wakho inombolo zethu zocingo ke 011-714-0677 noma 011-714-0678. Kanti ungabuye futhi usole emakhasini okuxhumana ku Twitter @SABC Izindaba kanye na ku Facebook SABC Izindaba. Ukuze kubelula ke mbukeli sicela uqale #Asikhulume #SABC News bese ke ubhala umbuzo noma umbono wakho. Mbukeli imisebenzi efana nokubaza, ukwakha, ukushayela amaloli kanye nezinsiza zezimoto ingeminye yemisebenzi neyaziwa ngokuthi yenziwa abesilisa kakhulu. Kodwa ke siyabona ukuthi nabesifazane sebebaningana kule mikhakha. Bheka nje babambe elikhulu iqhaza baqala namabhizinisi adlala enkulu indima emnothweni. Kuyinyanga yabesifazane intatheli yohlelo ulindo kuhle simelane usilethela umbiko ngalabo besifazane ezimbonini nasemsebenzini eyaziwa ngokuthi igcwele abantu besilisa ngaphambili.
Umnotho waseNingizimu Afrika njengowamanye amazwe walinyazwa kakhulu ubhubhane lo-COVID nokwenza ukuba abantu abaningi balahlekelwe imisebenzi. Iningi labesifazane libe selibona ithuba lokusungula amabhizinisi ukuze baphile futhi bavule namathuba omsebenzi. Noma kuyisenze esihle lokho basakhala ngokuntuleka kwezinsiza zokuthuthukisa amabhizinisi abo. Kule nyanga yabesifazane siyithimba lesikhulume sikhuluma nosomabhizinisi besifazane ababili abenza imisebenzi ebivame ukwenziwa abesilisa phambilini.
There was a lot of unemployment in this community of ours, so that's when I saw I had to do something so that le rona re kgone etsa di ends meet tsa rona.
So we manufacture domestic cleaning chemicals. And how we even got into the industry to start off with was from occupational health and safety side of things. So I'm a safety officer by profession, and I needed to service a client by giving them a safety file for their operation. And when I got to know their business and understand the operation, how things work and so on, I looked at this and I thought this is such not only a great thing in terms of the offering, what the business is doing, but the potential as well.
Ngokwezibalo ze-Women Business Owner Benchmark, babalelwa kumaphesenti angama-21 osomabhizinisi besifazane eNingizimu Afrika. Ingabe kudalwa yini nalokhu?
Like batho ba re Kawashi mostly it's owned by men, you know. So it's something about it out there. They feel like oh I can say it's on and then bout out. So it's not easy.
You have to keep proving yourself for the fact that you're just female, number one. Number two, if you're a wife or you have responsibilities at home, those also play a role because I mean, being in business in general, you work 10 times more than a person in corporate. Your hours are like 20 hours a day. You need to have time to cook. You need to have time to play with the kids, do all the other things that a woman would generally do or what is expected from a woman. So everyone has 24 hours in a day, but with women, it's almost like you're expected to have 50.
Noma labo somabhizinisi besifazane bebhekene nalezi zinselelo abalahlile ithemba lokubona amabhizinisi abo ephumelela.
I definitely wanted to grow. Ke employer more, a lot of unemployment youth. Mokasinyaka, bone basadi, ke batlo rekisa bo dijo, ke batla batho if ba khono tlamo, ba khono dula, ba ichilele, go be le shelter.
We've got a small scale manufacturing plant and our capacity is currently 1,000 liters a day. We do have a partner company which we use when we've got like really large orders, but I mean what is directly ours. We would like in the next year, so 12 months from now, to be able to expand that to be able to do at least a ton a day. So we are currently just under our capacity.
Mbukeli sibonge umbiko nosuphakelwe intatheli yohlelo ulindo kuhle usimelane. INingizimu Afrika ihamba phambili ezwenikazi lonke lase Africa ngokusiza osomabhizinisi babesifazane. However, despite efforts from multiple segments of society, only 41% of South African women between the ages of 15 and 60 are regarded as economically active. Nakuba kufanele sigubhe igxathu elibalulekile elihanjiwe lokubhekana nokungafani kobulili kwezamabhizinisi, sisenenselelo mbukeli yokubhekana neyingqinamba enkulu evimbela inqubekela phambili njengokuthola uxhaso lwezimali nokunye. Ukudingida kabanzi ngalokho asamukele ihambeli zethu engijabule kakhulu ukuthi izikhona unkosikazi uNomfundo Mcoyi owasungula aphinde abe yiCEO yenkampani Icebolethu Group, unkosazane Andiswa Gowa oyi-occupational therapist nosomabhizinisi emkhakheni we-medical legal, kanye nokuzola Morata oyi-general accounting manager for Sub-Saharan Africa at Hitachi Energy. Nginamukele, siyabonga. And happy Women's Month.
Happy Women's Month to you too.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Nokuzola, briefly asiqale ngokuthi usitshele ukuthi wenzani kahle kahle wena.
Wow, okay. So basically, let me explain my organization. So Hitachi Energy is a global technology leader that is advancing a sustainable energy future for all. So we serve customers in the utility industry, the infrastructure sector with innovative solutions, basically to ensure, you know, that to ensure basically that our customers, right, get a sustainable future for all. The work I do at Hitachi Energy, I am the General Accounting Manager for Sub-Saharan Africa, and my role basically entails financial accounting as well as financial reporting. I'm responsible as well for internal controls and the regulatory framework compliance across the African region. However, that is not however, that is obviously my main role, but the work that I really enjoy doing is administering a trust, the Power Grids Education Trust, which is a shareholder of Hitachi Energy. The trust is really aimed at empowering young females to study in the STEM sector.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Sis Nomfundo, abanye bababukeli bethu bayakwazi, abanye abakwazi. Usis Nomfundo ibhizinisi lakhe yini?
Okay, ibhizinisi engikulona elokungcwaba. I'm a CEO of Icebolethu Group. Esaziwa ngakho ngempela ukungcwaba, but the business has grown into other businesses like catering business, tombstone business, and we have a foundation that we use to give back to communities. We have an academy as a brand. We have a brand in the United Kingdom, which is still Icebolethu, doing funerals, doing funeral insurance in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so it is a business I started in 2009. We were just 5 people when I started, and we've grown to about 2,000 people now, 13 years later. 2,000 staff members. We have more than 120 branches across South Africa. We are mainly in KZN though, but we've grown because Nala Johannesburg is called now through call centers that we have. We can reach out throughout.
At this rate, when I hear uLondon, ngicabanga uBuckingham Palace ukuthi ngobona uCebolethu one day lapha.
Uqueen nje kwafana kwangcwatshwa yithi.
Uyabona ke. So for you, one of the things I mean that one asks themselves, masicabanga occupational therapy and all of that, asazi ukuthi wenzani and kukhuluma medical legal. What's your business all about?
Maniqale ngibulisa babukeli. Thank you for this opportunity. Banibela lapha namhlanje, especially kwinyanga yomama. You know, I'm trying to mix this with Nescosa. All right. The occupational therapy because it's not a very clear kind of a profession or tetangayo, but to make it simple, occupational therapists is they do rehabilitation. And insurance industry assess disabilities, and then my own specialty in medical legal. Let's say ulimele okanye uye wagula uye chronic problems. We have to assess and can you go back to work now? and if awukwazi usebenza, what reasonable accommodations mhlawumbe ongayinikwa ngumqashi wakho, okanye with road accident fund apho kufuneka sincedise sibonakalise ukuthi unganxephezeleka njani na if uyakwazi usebenza okanye awukwazi usebenza. So it's basically that. And then ndaphinda ke ndane 2 babies that I managed to grow as well. Usimi Healthcare Solutions. Usimi Healthcare Solutions oqala yenza we sort of sithenga i-reports kwabanye ogqirha that needs to prove i-disability yomntu okanye impairment yomntu. And then the last one, litigation funding, the one that I said title like investment. We're looking at litigation funding ukuncedisana nabantu abangakwazi ufunda i-matters zabo. Mhlambe let's say ufuna ukwenza i-matter ka road accident fund but awukwazi ubabhatalela bonke ogqirha, then we assist with that.
Masibuya from the break. You all sound like you don't sleep. And I'm also listening to your businesses and I'm wondering some of the challenges that you come across and how have you managed to overcome, because it does sound like it's a lot, but I'm very keen to hear ukuthi nilala nini. Siyabuya umuthanda ukuthi uzwe impendulo yalo mbuzo ngoba nami ngiyayibuza nje, ama branch awu 120 abantu, they are giving birth to other companies. Kulalwa nini? Asikhulume nabo masibuya. Mbukeli kule nyanga yabesifazane sikhumbula abeminyaka yawo 1950 nabaphendlela abesifazane amathuba okulingana nabesilisa. Sikhuluma nje sebebaningi abesifazane abenza imisebenzi ebithathwa ngokuthi ngeyabesilisa. Omunye walaba unkosazana uZamacele noyi-process engineering lead enkampanini iUnilever okhulumene nentatheli yethu yohlelo uLindo Kuhle Simelane.
Kwangasiwona any of our plans ami to go for chemical engineering. So background yami chemical engineering. Mina bengihlale ngithanda ukuba udokotela. So abazali mabengibuza ukuthi ufuna ukuba yini mawusumdala, I would say ufuna ukuba udokotela. Up until ngiyayithanda indlela engamuva ngayo from ukuba ufuna ukuba udokotela up until ngayithola sengimkhakha waka engineering. So ngithema ngenza umatric kwangahamba kahle kwi-maths and physics kwa-matric kwafanele ngihambe ngiyo-upgrade. Iy'ngqinamba engihlangabezana nazo ukuthi sekulokhu ngaqala ukusebenza, ngiqala ukusebenza ngo-2006 and ngalesa sikhathi ngiqala ukusebenza ukuthola ukuthi mawufika enkampanini bancane abantu besifazane or abekho at all. So ukukhathi esiningi bengithi mangifika khona uthola ukuthi nje ngibizwa first black woman or process engineer and ubabona ukuthi kuyabajabulisa ukuthi ube leso state. But ke into eyayingemnandi it's ukuthola ukuthi okay abantu abesilisa kulowo mkhakha loyo, okay kuyabathusa ukuthi how kunomuntu wesifazane ukwazi ukuba unjiniyela, at the same time uyabona babuye babona intombi nani and nokuthi abakholwa ekuthenini ungakwazi nawe ukwenza lokhu okusuke kwenziwa abantu besilisa. I still feel asikabi la okufanele ngabe sikhona uma ngibheka ama numbers of abantu besifazane currently kwi-private sector. Number 2, ngiwumuntu obuye enze part-time ilento le business around process engineering. Nakuloyo mkhakha futhi nakhona uthola ukuthi isikhathi esiningi babheka lezi inkampani lezi eziphethwe abantu besilisa kakhulukazi makuza einkampanini that are offering ama-engineering solutions. So mhlawumbe masingabhekelelwa nathi ngalapho ukuthi basikholwe njengoba sebesikholwa kwi-private sector, but siyafisa nokuthi kwi-public sector kube khona i-belief towards ama-companies around abantu besifazane.
Mbukeli asiqhubeke futhi sikhulume nehambeli zethu. Nokuzola, one of the things that is very clear is that in some of these male-dominated spaces, kuba nzima ukuthi umuntu wesilisa osebenza khona understand ukuthi there's now a woman and you need to treat them as an equal at the table. Akumelanga ukuthi ubone intombi noma ubone somebody that you need to feel sorry for. And I wonder for you, what were some of the challenges?
So, firstly, Bongi, when I think of the challenges, right? The challenges is that, like you've already mentioned, it's already a male-dominated space, right? The industry itself, you faced every day with the guy who's going to just look at me, pretty face, and think, oh, she's beauty, but no brains, for example. However, I think it's very important for Tina as abafazi to, when we get into these spaces, we assert ourselves and we become very deliberate and bold. And understand, make these males basically understand we're not just pretty faces, you know, we actually abafazi who know the space, who want to learn and grow in the space. So for me, I think the biggest challenge in the industry is really underrepresentation of women in the industry.
Andiswa, when allow kona, you know, it's an industry kwesinye isikhathi okubone abantu besilisa be concentrated in it and being able to work together. Ngiyazibuza ukuthi wena kuwena imaphi ama challenges odlule kuwona?
All right. Firstly, I think the challenge yokuqala into bana I was the pioneer of e-case management space, you know. And right when you start like that, you have faults, you've got schoolboy mistakes, you know. And then you picture that you've got these problems and you're trying to fix things. Then email counterparts, they come in. They come in and they look at the systems that you were running and they even try to do better. You know, I remember I was quick consultation sometime in Maritzburg, and with my counterpart, male counterpart, white, you know, counterpart, and in space we're supposed to be presenting together, you know, but with space it's like they are the pioneer of the industry, you know. So, but in that case, I think I want to agree with what Nokuzola is saying, Guti, we need to be bold. And I always say, let us be excellent as females in what we are doing. Yeah. So that sometimes those upendula, you know, because I always say, when you are saying bold, it doesn't mean be arrogant, because we need to keep that femininity, you know, because we are females, we are lovable, we're nice, but at the same time, if umsebenzi wethu uyabonakalisa excellence, then you win the industry.
Icebolethu, 13 years in the making, and I don't even, you know, I can't even imagine before umusa icabanga as a business ukuthi how long it would have taken you to even get to a point la uqala khona. Asikhulume ngama challenges ngoba eyeni industry abanye abantu bake baqhamuke nje bathi you won't succeed.
Yes, definitely. Mengiqala nje ekungcwabeni people babecamthi ngiyagula mhlambe ekhanda kancane. Ukungcwaba nje siyazi kuyasatsha. Umuntu oshonile nje into esabekayo. So for mina as umuntu wesifazane ngena kuleso space amadoda ayimangele nje uthi uyaphike lo uzokwenzani. And I joined even an organization othola ukuthi nakhona begcwele abantu besilisa. I remember when I started, even at provincial level, a committee I didn't even have a female. I was the first female to sit in that committee. Uzubone, they put me as a chairperson because they never even thought what I can think. Just one simple position, yokuthi velo mama bayathandaza, mfakeni lapha ekuthandazeni, because that's how low they thought of me. I'm not saying chairperson is low, but because we know that women pray kakhulu mama nenkonzo bayaziwa. And uhlale in a meeting where noma ungathini ungathi bakhohlwa nokuthi ukhona endlini. Let alone nje ukuthi uzoqala uthi wenzani as a business. So even sengiqala, they were doubting my work. They kept saying, oh, she'll fail. They had time frames for me, when am I going to fail? Little did they know, 13 years later, I'll be leading in the industry, I'll be a trendsetter in the industry, and it has grown to what it is. And I love Guti. I did not force Guti ngumuntu wesifazane get all this growth and promotions and everything because I'm a female. I got all of that because I worked. I showed them excellence. I disrupted the industry. I set new trends for the industry. I did a lot. We're the first black company to go and establish a UK. even now, we're the first to even own a memorial park. We own one here in Johannesburg. No one has.
Yeah, yeah. One says, I've not even started to do anything when I'm listening to everything you're talking about. Akasithi masibuya nje nawe uhlele ekhaya sikucebise ukuthi ubekezela kanjani, uqala kanjani and uphumelela kanjani. Mbukeli sesiphetha ke sibuze ihambeli zethu ukuthi zisicobelele ngolwazi kakhulu kazi labo abafisa ukungena kule mikhakha abakuyona kanye nakumabhizinisi impela ukuthi wazi ukuthi nawe ungena kanjani ubekezela kanjani uphumelela kanjani. Ngizoqala ngawe Andiswa. Yini into umbukeli manje awubukele angathi akayithathe, just that one thing for you that you would say you give them as advice ukuthi ababekezele bakwazi ukuthi umuntu ibhizinisi lakhe liphumelele?
I think if ndingaqala kule ndawo ithi qala, that's the first one, because I think being females uthi mawubuka abantu bona ukuthi ingathi andizokwazi ukungena, you know, kule nto. First thing qala noma yini, because kungcono into kokubana ufele uqalile, you know. Let's start there nje singeka movie phina. And then the second part mna ndihlala ndisithi tshintsha habits zakho, you know, because if you look at the 24 hours esinayo sonke sine 24 hours elinganayo, you know, akekho umuntu onikezwe 5 minutes yokuphila. So kule 24 hours yakho make sure ukuthi uhlala phansi uplan ukuthi ndiqala phi intoni ekufuneka ndiyenzile, you know.
So that means 24 hours in a day, use it wisely.
Exactly. For me, I think Sis Andiswa, you've already pinpointed the start part. But what's important for me in my industry is lifting as I'm rising. Let's begin to lift as we rise. I've mentioned Guti, there's not enough mentors, there's not enough coaches. Let me be the person otata junior, dimqalise, you know, dimtrain uba sisi ufika, you know, up on the corner in such a way. Let me teach them the ropes. Let me teach them how to already maneuver their way into the industry. And then secondly to that, let the young people also be willing to learn from the ladies that are already, you know, prominent and are in the industry. And I mean, for me, I think just as women in general, we are our biggest enemies because we don't lift as we rise. We don't see us being represented in our industries.
Indlela ibuzwa kuba phambili. Hawu. Hayi icebolethu silibonile. Li semncwabeni wesilo nali ngapha seselibona liye Buckingham Palace ngiyasho njalo ngiyasho ngilindele ya moment balifika uthini kumuntu wesifazane obukile uthi kodwa ngingena kanjani ngenza njani ukuthi ngiphumelele?
Ngifisa ukuthi nje kubantu besifazane kuqala ake manje sisukume singafuni uba ama victims and let's not get into positions ngoba sabantu besifazane singakusebenzisi kakhulu. I'm not saying it mustn't work in our favor. May khona opportunities mahle but angabi yona into obonakala ngayo nje upromote ngomuntu wesifazane because iqala lapho ukuthi bakubone ngathi hawu vele ngoba umuntu wesifazane shutha ukwazi ukucabanga wena. So nje please let's not do that. And also whatever business you want to get into, don't do it for money. Let not money be the only drive. Yes, imali sonke sayidinga egcineni business fanele be profitable, but do something you love so that you'll do it with passion. When I think about myself, wherever I go, even ngahamba ngibona imoto enhle njani vele ngibuthi konje iyangena ibhokisi because that's what I do. That's my passion. With my clients, these are suitable for the job I do. So that is me. So it's short with imali nje must not be. And then keep the right networks as women. Good hamba nobani onjani. Collaborations are very good as well. Don't even think ukuthi uzongena ebhizinisini wedwa. Yes, now mina ngikhona kunomfundo ngaliqala 13 years ago ngingedwa. Mhlambe manje it suits ukuthi liqale sorry nabanye nihlanganyele niqonde eminingi indawonye, capital indawonye ukuze ningaze niyoboleka imali. Choke the business before it even starts. Hlangana nabanye nifaka imali nonke niqala ibhizinisi. Collaborations, they do work.
And you might even end up you know, in funerals of dignitaries.
Exactly, and also maybe outside South Africa, Mobuga manje Icebolethu, we are in Africa. We've got 13 partners across Africa because we do repatriations, offer funeral policies, all of those things. And something that we didn't go as ourselves, as Icebolethu, but we partnered. So those things work. So partnerships, collaborations would work.
And the Sanbona Nchala Nesilo, which was quite a huge moment. Manginbonge nonke, honestly, for your time. And I always say time is the enemy, but ngiyabonga kakhulu just for us to be able to have this conversation. Ngoba umuntu omusha osekhaya obukele uyayibuza ukuthi angangena kanjani. Siyabonga kakhulu isikhathi senu. Mbukeli siyabonga nakuwe ukuthi uhlanganyele kanye nathi nezihambeli zethu unkosikazi Nomfundo Mcoyi owasungula aphinde abe yi-CEO yenkampani Icebolethu Group. Nkosazane Andiswa Gowa occupational therapist nosomabhizinisi emkhakheni we-medical legal kanye Nokuzola Morata general accounting manager for Sub-Saharan Africa at Hitachi Energy. Ingxoxo iyaqhubeka emakhasini ethu okuxhumana. Mina okakhumalo wakwazwane nethemba le Asikhulume sithi ayixabene.